Hello everybody, today is July 2nd. It's the day before the 4th of July. It's very important on the 2nd of July because today is the day that the Continental Congress voted for independence in 1776. Of the 13 colonies, 12 colonies voted for independence and one, New York, abstained from voting because they were not authorized to vote for independence. We celebrate the 4th of July as that is the day that the Declaration of Independence was finally ratified. It was made public to the people of the colonies on July 8th, and it was not signed until August 2nd at the earliest. So the painting that you see where the Americans are signing the Declaration, that did not happen on the 4th of July. They just voted to adopt those days. Of the 56 men that signed the Declaration of Independence, 5 were captured by the British, tortured, and executed. 9 died during the war. 2 had their sons killed in the war, and 2 also had their sons captured and imprisoned by the British during the war. So during this 4th of July holiday, please remember those 56 men who dedicated their lives, their fortune, and their sacred honor for the liberty of you and me.
Hey everybody, this is Jim Kennedy, Transportation Manager, here along with Amber Rawl. Transportation Assistant, is that what your title is? Okay.
Yep.
I don't know, I don't ever look at the emails. We're here to tell you about our Speak Up initiative that I wrote up and handed in, and Gary and Pete set me to task to implement. And what we're doing is we're trying to cut down on a lot of the paper use here in transportation. And what we have done for beginners at the very least is try to cut down the paperwork we use on our backhauls. The old system was we would get our rate confirmation from the broker, we would print it out, we would put write the driver's name on it, and then get it entered, whether it used to be me and Brian, and now it's Amber helping us out with that. And we would get it entered and then sent off to the driver in the McLeod system in Carrier. So now what we're trying to do is, or what we are doing is, when I get my rate confirmation, I basically send it straight to Amber electronically with a specific backhaul subject line, and she then enters them and sends them. And at that point, she, gathers all the information from the time the load is delivered, and puts it in her system. And she has specific files, and she then sends it off to the broker's accounting, where we try and get paid. So we're gonna show you a real quick scenario of what we do with brokered loads.
Okay, so this is kind of like an idea of the packet. 10 pages easily, if that. And this is the invoice packet. This is what actually goes to the customer. This is now all digital. I get the rate cons sent to me digitally through Jim and Brian and Edward, and then I'll save them. I put it in the year and the month that we're in. So for now, I'm saving these in a folder in transportation on the shared drive in 2021 for the month of June. So all of our June loads are, in the correct place where we can go back and find them easily if we need to, or if we're ever audited. Along with that, we also have electronic signatures now, allowing them to be able to send to me faster. Going off of that, the only thing that is ever paper now out of this packet is the PODs that the drivers are bringing back in from their deliveries. So then I just take that POD, scan that to myself, and then I've got Miss Denise to change our invoice method for backhauls, where when I create an invoice in Famous, instead of printing that invoice out, I just get that invoice cover sent directly to my email. So I just save the invoice from there. That is this page. And so then I just throw this in the customer PDF file along with their rate con, so that, they see what they've brokered out to us. Their PODs are followed, and then we get paid after that.
And I just wanted to say, Amber has really taken the reins on this. I got it set up, and we had, little meetings about what we could do and how we could, affect change in our department with the paper use. And You know, we're about 50 to 60% of the way there now. We're going to go ahead and get Brian set up on this same system. And once that's accomplished, you know, we'll probably be, you know, 90% or so paper free on backhauls, which would be a great help for the company. So yeah,
I will say, from going to the copy machine to the scanner, that used to be 90% of my day, and now it's maybe 10%.
Yeah,
if that. So
it's definitely efficient as well as you know, environmental. So I wanted to thank Amber for really taking the reins on this. We're pretty proud of it in our department, and we hope other departments maybe take a cue from this and see if there is any way for them to reduce the paper use in their department. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Hola, soy Miguel, trabajo en la Walter. Estamos cosechando elote. Cosechamos amarillo, bicolor y blanco. Lleva 48 elotes cada caja de cartón, plástico. Somos 3 equipos, 40 personas, 18 personas cortando elote y 18 empacando, 2 armando las cajas, 4 estaqueándolas, 1 persona manejando la máquina.
I have with me today Darren Gamble. He's our dispatch assistant, and today we're going to show you how to jumpstart one of our OTR trucks by means of a truck pack, which is a portable jump starter. So before we get started, we like to sign this out to see who the last person was using it and to make sure that they printed their visual aid and operational checklist. Okay, so one of the things is have you been trained on the truck pack? We don't want any untrained individuals using the truck pack. So Darren has been trained on it. He has signed out the truck pack for use, and he does have his proper PPE on, which consists of safety goggles and a face shield. Okay, so I'm gonna lead Darren through the instructions just to kind of have a voiceover, but he's done this quite a few times, so he's a pro at it. So first off, he's gonna look at his truck pack and he's gonna make sure that it's not leaking any battery acid, because there's a lead acid battery inside. He's gonna make sure that the truck pack isn't swollen or bulging, because that's one of the first signs of a faulty battery, is a swollen or bulging battery. He's gonna make sure that he's using the truck pack in a well-ventilated area. We are outside right now, which is about as ventilated as it gets. Okay, he does have me, and in most situations he would have the driver within a voice range of himself, just in case he needed help. He's going to ensure that he's not wearing any metal items such as rings, bracelets, necklaces, or watches. He's not going to do this in an area where there's flammables around, such as gasoline. He's going to check the white circular vents on the back side of the truck pack to make sure that those are in a good condition and that they're fully seated. He's going to flip the truck pack over, and he's going to make sure that the truck pack is in the off position. He's going to then inspect the clamps and cables, make sure that those are in a good working order, that there's no burn marks on the jaws, no damaged clamp handles, no damaged clamp springs, or cables showing copper wire. Once he does his inspection, he's going to sit those back in the holster. Fantastic. We're going to make sure that before operation that we are reassuring that we're wearing the proper PPE, which once again is a face shield and safety goggles. He's going to verify once again that the voltage selector switch is in the off position. He's going to make sure that the truck pack is compatible with the battery voltage, which is 12-volt batteries for our OTR trucks. Okay, now he's going to get to jumping. All right, so he's going to take the positive, which is the red clamp, and he's going to put that on the positive terminal of the truck. Now he's going to take the negative clamp and he's going to connect that to the negative terminal on the truck. This truck pack has a nice feature on it. If you did something wrong, it's going to make an audible sound. If that's the case, you want to disconnect from the vehicle immediately. In this case, it did not make that, so everything's connected properly. He's going to ensure that the cables are out of the path of moving engine parts. All right, well, we're going to take a step back while he goes on and turns on the vehicle ignition. You want to stand clear of the jump pack when you're jump starting a vehicle. He's going to turn that on. He's going to turn his selector switch over to the 12 volt position. Clear. Man, look at that truck crank. We call that a successful jump at WP Rawl. So Darren's going to come back over. He's going to turn the truck pack off. That's going to ensure that if he were to connect the clamps to each other, that they're not going to cause a spark or an explosion. He's going to disconnect the black clamp first. Then he's going to disconnect the red clamp and going to put those back in their respective holsters. Going to wrap those cables up nice and good, nice and neat to set the next person up for success. Okay, after that, he's going to take his truck pack back to the office. He's going to connect it back to a charger because the truck pack has a nice overcharge prevention mechanism inside of it. So you should leave it up to you should put it on the charger at all times. It's not going to overcharge, it's not going to damage the battery. Then he's going to remove his PPE. He's going to take it back to the office and sanitize it using alcohol solution and disinfectant. We appreciate Darren and his service to WP Rawl. We appreciate him being an ambassador for safe working habits. And we thank him and hope he has a great day. And y'all have a great, safe day too. Thank you.